Hi. So Christmas is coming up in a few days, and I thought I would do something to celebrate the occasion. So I was trying to think of what my favorite Christmas game is. And after a little bit of thinking, I realized that one of my favorite game series happens to be a Christmas game, whether you've noticed it or not, if you've ever played any Yakuza game. Though the main point of the game has nothing to do with Christmas. If you've played any of the games, and this isn't in every single one, but a lot of the Yakuza games take place in December around Christmas time, and you'll often see Christmas trees and hear Christmas music and random little Christmas things here and there. And um, so that's why the Yakuza games are my favorite Christmas games. So, um, anyway, to celebrate the occasion, like I said, I decided I wanted to take a look at my Yakuza 0 games. Um, because I have more Yakuza 0 copies than I have of any other game. And I do collect the series. Um, if you've ever seen any of my other videos, you might have noticed I have a few other Yakuza videos. And that's because I collect the different versions of each game. And so obviously you can see here I have a few, and that's not including digital versions that I have that obviously I can't present to you. But yeah, this game I find interesting though because there's a few variances between the different versions. So anyway, let's get right into it. Obviously, the copy I have on display first is the North American version. Obviously, that's because I am from North America, if you didn't catch on to that. So, this is just the standard PS4 version. Here, if you're from North America, you've probably seen this. This is probably the most common Yakuza game that I see nowadays, aside from the new one that just came out. Very basic. Here's your disc. So I'm just going to briefly go through each one. And this case is a little bit rough. There's some adhesive and scuffs, but I've played the crap out of this game and I dropped it. That's why it's a little scuffed. But yes, I love this game and it's so much fun. So yeah, there's this one. Moving on to the next one, we have this copy right here, which is a UK copy. And I'll just keep this one on display in the background just for reference. It's identical for the most part, aside from the rating, obviously. The Sega logo is slightly smaller on ours, whereas it's larger on here. But again, it's mostly the same thing. Here, if I flip this over, you can see the back. It's a little bit different. But the top half is pretty much the same. There's the disc and the warnings and whatnot on the inside. So you have that one. Now, next we'll start getting into the Asian copies and whatnot. Now, this is an Asian copy. It's not Japanese. And I found this locally, surprisingly. I'll just say that I live in an area where you would not expect to find this in a shop. And I happened to find it. So that was pretty cool. The back is a little bit different. The pictures on the top are slightly different. And, oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. There's this picture here. and that. So yeah, there's a few differences there. And then you open it up and the disc rolls out. That's not supposed to happen. That's a shame. But luckily it's a Blu-ray disc. Scratch resistant. It's amazing. Here is the inside, which the disc is a little bit different. It's white and different logo. Yeah, just a few variances. And obviously it has this beautiful full color manual. There's a back. I think it's full color. Yes, it is. You've got your characters. And again, this is just going to be brief. Oops. Yeah, full color. It's very nice. Nothing on the inside of the case. But yeah, this is the Asian copy. It's not the Japanese. So I'm going to put that to the side now. But next we have the Japanese copy. So I'm going to remove this. Put this here for reference. And by the way, I think, let me see here. I have this is my old phone. It's an old iPhone, and I just upgraded to this one that I'm using to record a year ago. This is what I was using before. But I like to try to use the Google Translate to see what it says, and it never really makes sense. Now, I believe this is close. I wrote it down. I think the actual Japanese name is Ryu Ga Gotoku Chikai No Basho, which, what is it? It translates to the place of oath. That's where it says place of guard. It's trying. It's funny. But yeah. So, Japanese. And I think the back is pretty much the same as the Asian one. Just the bottom half is a little different. Open it up and the disc stays. Imagine that. Same color manual. So pretty much the same thing, just it's a genuine Japanese copy. You can see by the D rating. There's a spine. Okay, now put that one on display. Here's where it gets a little more interesting. So this is the PS3 version, and this one is, I won't say it's rare or unknown or anything like that, but I'd definitely say it's a little less common. This is the PS3 version, which came out only in Japan, and it came out at the same time as the PS4 version, which Japan got this game, let me see, 2015. So they got both of these versions here. And the case should be pretty much the same, aside from, it's just a PS3 version. Now this one here has this, which I'm not so sure about PS4, but I know their PS3 games come with this little piece of paper. Got this little pamphlet here. Little advertisements. I assume that's an advertisement. I'm not going to pretend I know. We can always plug it into my handy little thing here. If it wants to pick anything up. Yeah, not really. Oh, dedicated software sale commemorative interlocking. A strong Houthi store. Climb for free. Ramen soul. Okay, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Ramen soul. Okay, and then it's not really a point in taking this out, but same thing. I don't think there would be anything different. I could be wrong, but let me see. The controller, I mean, I guess the controller would be different, but that's about it. So, and then again, nothing on the inside. It's just white. But I'm going to go ahead and put it all back. And then I've got one more to show. And it's probably my favorite variant. I'll just put this one on display now, just for reference. Now here is the Chinese version. I think specifically it's the Hong Kong version. And there's a certain somebody in the middle who isn't on any other version of this game. Now, the Hong Kong version, they have this guy on a PS4 and PS3 version. But if I remember right, because I haven't done my research on this in a while, I can't remember his name, but he's a real actor that they switched the face of an assassin who is in the game. I won't go into detail as to why, but basically this guy is only in the Chinese version, the Hong Kong version. And so I have the PS3 version with this guy on it. I wish I wrote down his name. Anyway, but this is probably the most unique version that I have. So if we open it up, I believe pretty much everything else should be the same. It still has a little piece of paper, your little registration thing, I believe. There is this here, which I always find these fascinating. What their little advertisements are. So there's that. And then, I mean, I would imagine this is the same. Just in Chinese, perhaps. I wonder if we can find the characters. And there he is, the character that they changed. Sam Lee. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I don't think my camera can pick that up. Oh, there we go. Sam Lee is the name of the actor who replaced the assassin in all other versions of the game. So, and I haven't actually played through this version yet, at least enough to get to the part where you see him, but it's a pretty neat variant to have. And then the disc is pretty much the same. But yeah. So what else? Okay, so I do own the PC version of this game on Steam. And I also do have Xbox Game Pass, which is Yakuza 0 is now on Game Pass. So I definitely have a few versions of this game. More than most people, but I enjoy collecting them. I can get the, what is it? The PS4 version that has the red label, like the greatest hits thing. I can't remember what they call it. I can get that anytime for $20. I just don't know if I want to spend $20 on another copy of this. But I would love to own the, what is it? That special edition that came out for it when the game first came out. I didn't know about this game when Yakuza 0 first came out. You might think that I've been a fan of this game for a long time if you saw my entire collection, but I am pretty new to the series. But 0 was not my first game. 4 was my first game. And then I played Kiwami. And then I played Yakuza 2, the original 2, not Kiwami 2. And then I played them all in order after that. All before Yakuza 6 came out. And then from then on, I've been with it. But yeah, I've collected quite a bit since then. And I'm looking forward to getting the Pix and Love edition of Yakuza Like a Dragon that is set to ship out any day now. And as soon as I get that in, I'm going to do an unboxing video of that. And then I'm thinking about showing my entire collection, which might be a long video, but I think it would be really cool. But yeah, if anybody made it this far, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching this video a lot, because it's something I don't imagine a lot of people would, stick around for. And if you haven't noticed, there's a certain someone in the corner, a certain fourth chairman. So yeah, thanks for watching.